Hello, YouTube friends. Dr. Teresa Ulrich here again. It's so great to be here with you. Thanks for watching. You may remember that we have been trying literally for months to get the nitrite levels down in this aquarium so we could get seahorses in here. Again, it's been a mystery of why I haven't been able to do that, but two things that I've done recently. First, I've removed the protein skimmer and just left the canister filter on. And I kind of like that because it looks a little bit more attractive in the tank and there's a lot less salt spray. But I also removed some of the plastic plants that I had in here that I was going to rely on as additional hitching posts. So I don't know if it's a coincidence with the protein skimmer or taking out the plastic plants, but we're going to see that the nitrites are definitely coming down compared to where they were, because they were in the 5.0 parts per million range for many, many weeks. So it looks like they are coming down. You can see I still have plenty of hitching posts here. I've got a giant sea fan in the back. I have an artificial sea fan attached to what's going to be the seahorse feeding station. And then I do have a plastic plant that is embedded in some molded stone together here. But let's take a look at some of our results. I've got a couple of different testing kits because I just wanted to see, was it the testing kits or was it really the water? So this is a dipstick testing kit, and the way this works is you take this stick and you swirl it around in the water for 2 seconds, and to get the nitrite and nitrate readings you have to wait 30 seconds. It's been more than 30 seconds, and I know on camera it's a little hard to tell. It's a little hard to differentiate because this looks like it could almost be, the nitrites are from the second to the left column. The extreme left column are the nitrates. If you look very closely, it looks like that the nitrites are pretty low, and the nitrates aren't too bad either. So I'm going to try to look off camera while I'm keeping you on camera here. Yeah, when I look, it's probably around 0.5 or a little less on the nitrites, and the nitrates are showing up probably between 20 and 40, which will probably make it around 30-ish. So it's definitely coming down. Not quite ready for seahorses yet. And I thought it was interesting that I'm seeing this change now that I've made the changes in the tank, because those numbers were really showing quite pink, and the darker the color, as you can see according to this testing kit, the higher the levels are. And we want to get both levels pretty much close to zero to be ideal for seahorses. The kit that I have been using, I'll pull this up here, has also showed a change. If you've been following along, you may remember that we were getting extreme purples. I was up into the 5.0 parts per million, and it looked like it might have been coming down to the 2 part. I never did see it go down below that. It was still pretty purple. But when I look now, today, it's sort of bluish, and I would say that this color is right between that 0.25 parts per million and the 0.50 parts per million. So if I had to make an educated guess, maybe 0.35 parts per million. Still too high, but it's good to know that this is coming down, and then maybe this test was accurate after all, and I just had to make those changes in the aquarium. But it is really nice to be able to do water testing, so it's not a mystery if I start having problems. I did buy myself a more precision kit, and this one works a little bit differently. Basically, you prepare the solution and you wait, and then you compare it to a card and the different ranges. And you can see that this is white below it, and when I look, it looks looks like the range is right between 0.2 parts per million and 0.5 parts per million, which pretty much aligns with what the other testing kits are saying. I do like that I have a more precision kit so that if I have concerns about things, I can go back and check with this. This kit also offers nitrate testing, which will be a lot more useful in the future. Once you have gotten those nitrites down to 0, you really shouldn't be having them elevating unless you're doing something seriously wrong, like adding too much food to the aquarium, or you're overstocking the aquarium. So usually once that's down to 0, it remains pretty stable. It's the nitrates that usually saltwater aquarists are more worried about. So anyway, we're finally making progress. I'm really hoping that for next time I'll be able to say, hey, we are at 0, we're good to go, we're ready to order the seahorses, and that will be a whole another playlist of its own once they're ordered and we start acclimating them and checking out what they're doing. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm really having fun chronicling my experience in preparing for the seahorses, and I hope that you'll be following me when the seahorses finally do arrive. Take care and stay safe.